Good morning, hello, and welcome to the final episode of our Workflows webinar series. This week's focus is on our debt recovery workflows. My colleague and one of Osprey's case management developers, Alex, will take you through the what, whys, hows of workflows, looking at how implementing the time-saving automations can help ease the pressures of your workload, increase efficiencies, improve productivity, and enhance your client service. Before I hand over to Alex, I just want to let you know that the Q&A feature is open at the bottom of your Zoom screen. If you have any questions, please post them in there and we'll try to get around to answering them at the end of the webinar. If we don't have time, one of our support team will get back to you. So without any further delay, I'll hand over to Alex to get started.
Brilliant, thank you, Amy. So yep, as Amy said, I'm the case management developer here at Osprey. So this topic today will be the debt recovery workflows. And they allow you to quickly and easily stay on top of matters for your clients. So what are workflows? The purpose of them is to increase profitability by saving time using automated and efficient processes, and in turn that should increase your productivity and help you with managing your time. They're designed to take users through a whole matter, breaking it down into specific tasks and actions. So for example, a file opening task can be created together with the file closing task and everything in between. An action within the task could be to run a questionnaire to capture data, run a letter template which pulls through that data automatically, or record an important date against a matter. In conjunction with our client web portal and deal room, workflows can be web enabled. So the web portal is a convenient and secure way to share documents and updates on a case with clients and third parties. So what do we have available in terms of debt recovery? We've got several workflows which are listed here. They are individual workflows that kind of form an overall debt recovery package, starting with the preliminary procedures that goes through your letter before action, collecting details about the invoices, the outstanding debts and so on, the debtors details. We then move on to the part payment workflow where part of the payment has been made, obviously. Then we've got installments, dishonored check, and finally issuing proceedings if needed. So something that's used throughout our workflows and questionnaires is questionnaires. They allow you to enter data against a matter, and using these custom questionnaires that are available, you can capture details of the debtor and the debts that they've accumulated and so on. This in turn will enable you to run any of the template letters and forms which have been prepared and are available through the workflow. And they'll automatically pull through all of the relevant details, so your debtor's address, their telephone numbers if necessary, their name, and so on. I've pictured here an individual debtor, but you can set it up for companies and sole traders as well, so just a side note there. Just on this next screen, you can see a little video of us running through one of the debt recovery tasks. So this here is preparing the letter before action. Sorry, not letter before action, that's client care letter to our client. And as you can see, it's really quick and simple to run through the workflow. Now that we've finished, you can see that it's turned green on the screen here. So nice and easy, as you can see, to enter details into that custom questionnaire. Populates the letter for you. And then once you've quit out of that and saved, and done your time recording in that screen there, you're taken back to the main area of Osprey for the workflows, and you can see it's turned green. So I mentioned before about documents pre-populating from the custom questionnaires, and you can see here this is the letter before action to a Mr. Jones. He is the debtor here, and so all of his details are pulled through from those custom questionnaires that you would have previously completed. Something that is available within our browser version of Osprey, and not quite through the case management app just yet, is the debt ledger. You may be familiar with this, you may already use it, but if not, this is a really nice and convenient way of allowing you to manage invoices, outstanding payments made by the debtor. So it works in a similar way to how your client ledger works, but it just allows you to add invoices. You can see here in the screenshot, we've added an invoice. We've got the date the invoice was prepared, 31st of May. We've got the date that it was due, 1st of July, and we've got the amount of £500 showing there. What we can do then is effectively kind of tick that off once that's been paid. So you can kind of really keep track of everything that you need to there. And as you can see as well, we've got here, I'll just circle that there, the export button. So you can export this into a PDF or I believe an Excel document, and then you can provide a copy to your client if you want. So you can have a nicely laid out ledger, which you can forward on to your client if you want. Also, if you would like to save a copy to your file, whatever, you can do that from this screen as well. As I said, this is in the browser version of Osprey at the moment. It's not yet in the app. What we do have is the debt recovery focused app. So along with our usual case management app, a kind of original app, we have focused apps for different areas of law, and debt recovery being one of them. This is going to come in a future update. We don't have a timescale yet, unfortunately, but it will be coming into a future update. So you won't have to use browser and app. You can just access the debt ledger going forward from the app instead. So using key dates, these are reminders or diary entries for you and your clients if you want to. So you can publish these to the web portal and your client can see them, or you can just retain the dates within Osprey and your Outlook calendar. If you have a Microsoft 365 account, that can be copied across to your Outlook calendar. So that's obviously good for internal reminders. So for example, you want your client to know that their client care letter and their money and accounts due. That can go into the web portal for them to see. You might want to hide other dates and things. You might want to hide chasers and reminders and things that you've got for yourself. So you can do all of that through the key dates function. Throughout the workflow, some key dates will be added automatically for you. So for example, client can start proceedings if there isn't a reply from the debtor. That's a key date that's automatically added through the workflow and it calculates that for you. So you don't need to enter that yourself. However, if you've got proceedings ongoing, there'll be things in your order that you might have to do. You can add those key dates in yourself manually. They can copy across to your Outlook calendar if you want, and they can be published to the web portal as well. So you've got the option to add them yourself or just use the ones that are given to you through the workflow. Something just to mention here as well is our time recording app. So you can use this on the go, wherever you are, either on your mobile phone, as is pictured here, or you can use it on your computer or laptop. So there's a desktop version of the app you can download from the Microsoft Store to your computer. The app is also available through the Android Store and the iOS Apple Store. So really nice and easy to get hold of. You just log into it with your usual credentials, your web address, your username and your password. Once you've logged in, you can see here you've got the options to post time, view the time ledger, and start a timer. I've also shown a screenshot here of starting a timer. So you can see here we've got 1 minute elapsed on the timer. It's a phone call to discuss the client's case. And you see the attendance note is provided initial advice and guidance and documented recommendations. Once you finish the phone call, all you need to do is click post. I'm assuming it would take you a little longer than a minute to go through all of that, but you click post and it would post straight to your client's ledger. So this is quite good if you're out and about. You might be at court, you might need to post time whilst you're away from your desk. So that's a really easy way of doing it. And as you can also see, Dave has recorded £675, which is 54 units of time. So it also gives you an overview of your time recording for the day. Really quick and easy to look at a glance if you want to make sure you're up to date with your time recording. Coming on now to the web portal and the deal room. So you can use it to securely send documents and updates to your clients. So here I've got a screenshot which showing customer's contract and a copy of invoices, invoice records. So all of the workflow documents come web enabled. That means that you can upload any documents that you create within Osprey to the web portal for your clients, but also for third parties as well. And as shown in the deal room here with this contract and the invoice records, documents can be sent to you through the secure portal as well. So it's a really good way of sending documents to third parties and receiving them. You could use this, say, for example, like we've shown here, your client is sending you copies of invoices and so on. But you could also use it for sending bundles to third parties. If the third parties are represented, this would be a really good way of sending securely a bundle to the third party or even to counsel. So having mentioned bundles, here's how you create one in the app. It's a relatively new function. We are bringing out an updated version very, very soon, but it will be very similar, just with some nice upgrades to the functionality to make it a little bit easier to use. So here we've got a screenshot from our case management app. This is available across all the apps. So you don't just need to be in the debt recovery app, although you could be. It is only in the app and it's not in the browser though, so that's something to note. If you want to use this integration, you'll need to be in the app version of Osprey. So it's in the left-hand side menu of the app, if you're familiar with it, a little bit like the browser has the left-hand side menu. Click on the case bundles option and you'll be presented with this screen once you've added a bundle. So here you can see we've added our folders, preliminary documents, applications and orders, statements, whatever you need to add to your bundle in folders, that will go in the left-hand column. On the right-hand side, we've got documents. So case summary, statement of issues, chronology, that goes in the right-hand column. It's really easy to add documents to it. So all you would do is the little plus symbol in the top left there. You would click on that. It takes you to your matter history for the client that you're in, and you just select the documents that you need and add them into the bundle. So it's really simple. You select the folder that you want them to go into and they automatically go into them. And with the process date that you will have allocated to the documents as you've added them to Osprey. So say, for example, you received an order a week ago, the date of that order you would add into the process date field when you upload it into Osprey, because it would have been received in the post. That enables you then to get everything into order automatically within the app. Once you've created the bundle, all you need to do is click on the download bundle button here. That puts everything into a bundle for you. It's a PDF document. It will have links throughout the bundle, so you can use the kind of sidebar in Adobe Reader to navigate to the document or the folder that you want to look at. So everything is kind of linked nicely with bookmarks. And it also, the best thing about this is it paginates and it creates the index. So no more hand paginating and scanning bundles in. It does it all for you, and the index you won't have to edit because it will give you the name of the document, its location within the file, and the date. So there won't be anything for you to do once you've downloaded that bundle. It's ready to go. So just to add a note on about customizing the workflows, it is possible to add, edit, or remove any of the actions within the workflows so that they meet your requirements. Our support team are available to give free remote training sessions on how to use and edit workflows so that all staff can bring themselves up to speed on them. If you haven't used workflows, I would strongly suggest you get in touch with our support team and get some training in place. We also have the support portal where you can view a collection of written guides in your own time. And there's also some videos on there that you can follow through if you'd like to do some training videos. Again, all in your own time. And in terms of how we keep up to date with the workflows, so we have our sync tool. This is something that's relatively new. We're the only legal software company to provide it. And what it does is it synchronizes updates to the workflows that we prepare in our own site to your site. But what it won't do is change anything that you've changed yourself. So I appreciate a lot of clients like to use their own client care template. If that's you, you can go ahead and edit it. When we update the workflow and you get the new version imported into your site, the sync tool won't change your client care template. It will leave it as is, but you'll benefit from all of the other updates. So it could be updates to forms, updates to letters where the laws change, that kind of thing. So that's something really nice to be able to offer, because you won't need to have a new work type imported to your site. You can just have the current work type updated using the sync tool. And in terms of new workflows and updates, we've got a team of us who research and develop the new workflows. There's another person called Ben as well, who does the same job as me, and the other support staff that all help with this. And that's how we manage our workflows, stay on top of them, create new workflows. And in terms of importing workflows, again, really quick and simple. The support team will be able to help you with this. If you want to send them an email, give them a call, they can have the workflow imported really quickly. It takes a matter of minutes. Usually they'll set it to import overnight, and the following day it'll be ready for you to use straight away. So that's about it for debt recovery then. I'll pass back over to Amy to go through any questions we've received.
Thanks, Alex. We have received a couple of questions, so we'll just run through them now. We did cover it, but I just wanted to highlight to make sure that it was answered. Does the case bundles automatically paginate as required by the court?
It does, yes. So it will give your section letter, so A1, A2, and so on, B1, B2, and it will give the number, just as you would do it yourself.
Perfect. How do I view the workflows in more detail?
You can go to our support portal again. Our support portal has what we call workflow packs. All of the workflows are listed in full on the support portal. So if you want to go away and look at them in your own time, that's the place to go. We can get the support team to show you and to share a link if you'd like. So if you want to email, give them a ring, they'd be able to help you with that. But yeah, everything is listed out, all of the actions individually, and all of the template letters are included. So you can literally see everything that goes into workflow there.
Perfect. Is there a video to show, just going back to the case bundles, is there a video to show how the case bundles work?
That's a very good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I can tell you that in a future webinar, I'll be doing a video solely to using the case bundles and really kind of demonstrating exactly how it works. In the meantime, you can get in contact with support. They'd be happy to do a screen share with you and show you how it works. So say, for example, you've got a bundle that needs creating. I suggest you pull the documents together, ready for that session, and they can go through creating that bundle with you.
No problem. We'll also, if there is a video out there that we're not aware of, which I'm probably sure there is, we'll make sure that we'll send that over to you, just so that you have that as guidance as well. A couple more questions. Where is the debt ledger? So I'm assuming, where is that within Osprey?
That's within Osprey. It's probably a good one for the support team to contact you on. So what we'll do is we'll get someone to give you a quick ring and explain where that is. It's under the case management options when you're in the client that you want to view. So they'll be able to just explain to you how you create the postings and so on. So what we'll do, Kit, I can see you've commented, is we'll get someone to give you a call about that.
Perfect, no problem. And also, again, going back to the case bundles, is it possible to paginate an entire bundle 1 to 100? There's a couple more comments on there, without dividing the pagination into sections.
Yes, you can. Yeah, so we have something similar called packages, but you can absolutely do it through case bundles. You just wouldn't add the folders in. You would have one single folder, you'd add all of your documents into that folder, and it will just paginate without the sections. Perfect.
Just a couple more. We have Lexis forms. Can we use those within the workflow?
Yes, you can. That's absolutely fine. It's really simple to set up. So all you do is you'd swap out the form that we've provided as a Word document template, and you just add in the Lexis form instead. And of course, support can help with mapping that form as well.
Perfect. And the final one for today, I think, I'm a fee earner in my department. How do I get the workflows added to Osprey?
We usually have kind of a contact in the firm that deals with Osprey. So there's probably a nominated person in your firm. Try and find out who that is. Speak to them and get them to arrange a demo with the support team, and they can raise it with your department head or whoever needs to give approval to these things. So you're essentially adding a new work type to your site when you are receiving a workflow. So you will probably want to let your managers know that that's what's happening and seek their approval. But yeah, like I said, there's usually a person who is kind of authorised to deal with Osprey, or is the nominated person to deal with Osprey, makes all the phone calls and so on. So speak to them. They can set up a demo. Your team, or just you and your manager, whoever it may be, can have a demo and then take things from there.
Perfect. I think that answers all the questions for today. Again, if there are anything else, please reach out to support, and we'll be happy to help and show you more in-depth demos or give you guidance on that. So thank you to Alex for your presentation, for answering all those questions. Thank you for everybody for turning up. All the episodes of our Workflows webinar series are available on demand in the Osprey Academy. So if you've missed any episodes or you want to go back, please feel free to view them there. You can also access all the episodes from our integration series too. So you'll find those in there as well. We've got some exciting webinars planned over the next few months. As Alex said, we've got a couple of case bundles, we've got some integrations, we've got client portal features upcoming. So please keep an eye out on your inbox and also on the Osprey login home screen for details on the upcoming events and how to register for those. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.